RX Muscle Studios, this is the Heavy Muscle Show. With your hosts, Dave Palumbo. Featuring the Whack Pack, Jimmy Palacia, Mr. J,
Diego B,
Jeff the Producer.
Welcome back to another episode. It is August 17th, 2011, and we are here at the RX Muscle Studios in Westbury, New York, and I am here with the entire Whack Pack. We have a full studio today with some very, very interesting guests, people coming as far as California into the studios here, some very special guests. Sitting to my right here is Juan Diesel Morel, who just came off his second place, finishing the super heavyweight class at the USA Championships, getting ready for the North Americans. We had you in the studio. You were doing a little posing with IFBB pro Chris Cormier, who was here.
Yeah, awesome. These guys is a beast, man. I learned a lot from him, and he's taught me a lot. And we actually spent an hour and a half, but at the USA in a little half hour, he was able to fix my routine, like fix my posing, so that nighttime everybody commented on how much better I looked, how much better my posing was, and it was just a little bit of half hour. So now with an hour and a half, he taught me today a lot of things that I know is going to come in handy comes 2 weeks from now.
Isn't it amazing, though? You think you know how to, you do all the work in the gym, you do the diet, and then, it comes to something as silly as getting up on stage and posing, and it's little details that really make a huge difference. And we're going to talk a lot about this with Chris a little later in the show. But I'm happy you're in the studios. I wanted to congratulate you on your second place finish, obviously. And hopefully you'll be coming home an IFBB Pro at the North American Championships.
Hopefully, God willing. I worked hard for it, and I feel this is going to be my day. September 2nd, I feel like I'm going to be a pro.
Give us a little... Give us an arm shot or something like that so we can show the guys what's going on here. Wow. Juan Morel has been gaining steadily 10 to 15 pounds of muscle every single year since I think I met you, which was about 4 years ago. It's almost incredible when you think about it, because a lot of guys can't gain 1 or 2 pounds of muscle a year.
Well, you got me eating all the time. Free contests off season.
Don't tell everyone what you eat for the diet, because no one will believe it. But we have a few more celebrities in the house. We have Jeremy, the casting director here, who I want to just congratulate. You had been falling off the cuff a little bit in the last couple of weeks. You booked guests; they never showed up. This week, however, we have a full house, and you have a special guest coming in from New York City who does explain what she does.
Well, her name's Kat, and she actually does a little bit of a bunch of things. But she has a DVD out for
hold on. Exercise. She doesn't do a bunch of things. She does sexercise, basically. Isn't it?
Kind of. Yeah, it's exercise for better sex. So she has a DVD.
It's functional,
right? And she also trains people. A little on the kinky side, so if you want to get that kind of training going, I'm sure she has a whip or something. She could whip you into shape. She looks great herself, and you guys are going to see that. I think she's going to be a good guest.
So this is a good one. Where did you find Kat?
Actually, my best friend's dad is her accountant.
See, Jeremy always has. It's like 6 degrees, Jeff, of Jeremy, the casting director.
It's like Kevin Bacon, right?
Yeah, he knows everyone somehow. Right. We got Jeff, the producer, with his new haircut over there.
Yeah. Well, again, I can't match this guy's because the wind is coming from this direction. It's kind of pushing it that way. Mine, the wind's coming from beneath, so it's going straight up.
He's got that like swoopy haircut. I'm trying to think of what cartoon character has that little swoop.
Oh, that's right. The with blonde hair, right? There you go. That's it.
Chris Cormier throwing in from the sidelines there. We also, of course, have Magnus the Magnificent in the studios.
Hey.
Now, you have. I wanted to ask you before we start the show officially. My earring that I got. My ear that I got pierced when we had Lisa here from Village Streetwear has finally healed a little bit, where I can actually lay on my head. How is your nipple piercing that you got?
It never pained me once.
No?
No.
Let's give us a little preview. Let's see what it looks like here.
It looks perfectly great.
Very willing to show the nipple.
God.
Still there, huh? Have you been doing the aftercare?
I clean up every day. I do the.
All right, Captain Short. I'm getting nauseous.
I'm staring at cats, so
Chris, come here, show me how to hold that pose.
His nipples getting hard over there. I thought his nipples looked a little erect. Jeff, is that from him looking at cats?
It's because Chris showed me that if I pose a certain way, I reflect the peck in such a direction that it would make the nipple go straight up.
Wait, what type of press did Lisa say I had? What was the name she gave it to me?
You had fat nipples or something like that?
Down.
Meaty. No, you had meaty nipples.
Meaty nipples. Very cool.
You had meaty nipples. Now, you gave me a couple pictures here, and you told me that you became a Methodist for a day.
No, I was made Methodist of the day. They had the
you were Methodist of the day.
And they had the annual barbecue, and their pastor, Reverend Luan, he's a really cool guy, and he said, like, I'm going to make
Pastor
you
Luan?
That's Pastor Luan with his wife Marie. They're very nice people. They're Southerners. They came up here for 2 years at the church, and he's really, really hip. And he said, I'm going to make you Methodist of the day, and they welcomed me. He introduced me to the congregation. He told them that I was writing a book that it's coming out in December, which I thought was all very grateful. And they treated me with like a family.
You're very open to different religious beliefs because you were, I think, a rabbi for a day.
I was a rabbi for a day, and that was cool. And now I'm a Methodist, and I got a chapter.
Chris just downed another slam shot right now.
I got a chapter called "A Little Piece of Heaven," which is going to be in my next book, and it's that describing the picnic. It was just a delightful little.
What's your next religious experience? Are you going to become a Muslim for the day?
Yes, and my first assignment, I'm going to blow up America. That's going to be my first assignment.
I'm going to become a Buddhist. I think that would be
Buddhist.
Cool.
That might not be Hindu.
Hindu. I like that. But I'm very open to different eclectic types of religions.
Maybe you should report. Maybe we should send a camera crew with you when you go on these religious
retreats. You can take me fucking all 72 virgins.
But I don't care what religion is, just as long as who you are as a person.
You like the festive aspect of the religion, more so than the actual...
well, like the Bible says, pray in the closet and do whatever you have to do.
That's what I always say. I say the best place to pray is the closet.
Because the hypocrites are out there preaching, and the minute you hear somebody preaching, you know they're a hypocrite.
What do you always say? Love thy...
Neighbor.
Love thy neighbor.
Thy
enemy.
Now, I noticed you have this. You've been very excited about this Peanuts book here.
This Peanuts book. This is great.
Now, I just wanted, before you go into why you have the Peanuts book here, and probably a lot of our viewers, like Pete the intern, probably doesn't even know what Peanuts is.
Yeah, I do. It's what you eat.
Hey, do you eat peanuts. The cartoon, the Peanuts.
Yeah, I've never read that.
He doesn't know. He's too young. I tell you, this is like from our generation. Snoopy and Charlie Brown. And all this.
I know Snoop Dogg.
When I look at this book,
now, this is great.
I know it's a library book because I haven't seen a library book. I didn't even know people went to the library anymore. Because
libraries are always busy. You should step by.
Are they still busy? Because I figured that people just go online and download.
No,
the
go
books.
to the Cold Spring Harbor Library in Cold Spring Harbor. That's a $13 million building.
Why did the libraries put those plastic coverings on the books?
To make sure it doesn't get ripped up by dogs or cats or anything like that.
Is that what it is? I got you.
And,
okay. So what's the auspicious occasion of
Peanuts?
Peanuts?
This is the Peanuts 60th anniversary, and it's a great book. And
Charles Schultz, the author or the writer, is
Charles Schultz is the author, and I thought it was really cool that he passed away on the 50th anniversary on the day he published 50 years after he did the first creation.
Didn't his wife take over?
Yes.
Because I guess she learned after 50 years how to do it.
How to do it, yeah. It's the same thing like Bunny Host with the Lock on Art series. So.
Chris Cormier's on his second slam shot. When he gets on his third, we'll bring him on.
Chris, you'll get used to me by the end of the show.
I'm trying.
We'll end up being buddies.
We're not going to talk to Chris, so he at least has 3 slam shots in him.
Life is pain. Life is dedication. Life is pressure. Life is P28.
Species Evolutionary Nutrition. of products champion original thinking and carries that thought process to its logical conclusion in the form of unique supplements that strictly adhere to the core nutritional principles of Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. Visit speciesnutrition.com to purchase the next generation of high-quality supplements available today that fully adhere to the theory of natural selection, which insists that only the fit survive. Speciesnutrition.com. This is the Heavy Muscle Show with your host, Dave Palumbo.
This is 8-time Mr. Olympia, Lee Haney, and you're listening to RxMuscle.com.
Let me go back to Juan for a second. Juan, talk to me a little bit about, how hard is it to, you've been dieting a long time now. You did the USA Championships. Now you had to continue dieting. I know you're eating a lot of food, but after a while, it becomes mentally tiring. How do you get through the day, and how do you get through your workouts? It's funny because Juan, Jeff, will send me emails at 4 in the morning, and I'm thinking, what the hell is this guy doing up? He's dieting. And then I realize he's waking up for the day. Wow. I'm obviously still awake. I know you're still awake downstairs.
Yeah. I'm always up.
How do you motivate yourself every day when you get down to the nitty-gritty?
How do I motivate myself is, honestly, I have a passion for this sport. I love bodybuilding. I love working out. I love doing everything that I do. So it's like, I don't do this just because, I'm going to get this and get that. That's just a plus that I could actually get a career out of doing something I love.
You do it for free.
Yes.
That's it.
Pretty much it's what I'm doing it for now.
So, you're not doing it for free. It's costing you quite a bit of money.
Yeah. But, first of all, I love training. Anybody who sees me in the gym knows I love training. I love training hard. I cannot back down and I'm going to lift the plate today and call it a workout and just go in and jerk wreck. No, I can't do that. I love to train. But it gets hard right now because I'm tired. My body's I guess my body fat levels are too low. So it's like...
So how do you get out of bed every morning and say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do my workout, I'm going to do my cardio?
I don't give myself an option. I just get up.
Wow. And that's important because I think a lot of people do give themselves the option. Some people in their list of options, one of the options is I'm going to eat extra food today. One of the options is I'm not going to do the cardio. And another option is that I'm going to complain about it. And you don't seem to have those in your option list.
No, this is something I chose to do, and why am I going to complain about it? First of all, I love it. It's hard. It gets harder towards the end. In the beginning, it starts off easy. 8 weeks out, you're still, pretty good. Once that level of body fat goes beyond a certain point, you just feel like crap all the time, no matter what. And, you feel like shit, but you have to tough it out. And especially if you want to be a champion, you want to be a winner, you have to be able to me, that I don't restrict myself and give myself no limitations. There's nothing I would not do to be my opponent. I would do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Let me ask you a question. This is a serious question, more serious question. Relationships. Is it hard to stay in a personal relationship with someone when you're dying for a show?
It is. It's very hard.
No one understands.
Very hard.
Very few people understand.
Yeah, I had a few relationships. One that I had, which was the longest that I had, was like 2 years while I was doing this. We didn't break up because of bodybuilding. She knew how to give me my space the last 8 weeks. But what I've had problems with recently is girls that, they just get to the point that they could get clingy, and then the last 8 weeks, you tell them listen, I need some space, and they're like, well, you're in a relationship, you can't have space. And I'm like, well, listen, I need to do this, I need to do that, I gotta this is stuff I gotta do, and they want me to take our time. Listen, I'm talking about 8 weeks of a relationship for me to do something it's for my career. You have your career. I'm trying to do my career.
Dave,
now,
I feel he's being focused on what he's doing.
He is. Now, do you lose relationsks, Magnus, when you die for shows usually? Well, with the author. With the writing, when you get into writing.
No, because I'm passionate about what I do. But writing comes first before any relationship.
So you have trouble staying in a relationship because of the fact that you're so passionate about your writing that you might blow the girls off a little bit.
And I see how focused he is.
Well, because I have a goal and I'm trying to get to where I gotta get to.
That's exactly the same I'm doing.
And the thing is, anybody who's with me, and if I'm in a relationship with somebody, they have to understand this is something I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life, or for as long as I can do it. Is if I'm asking for 8 weeks, I'm still there. I need to, you need to be supportive of that and be there by my side. If I need some time alone, because even as human beings, we all need our space.
Well, absolutely.
I'm a person that loves my space.
And
So
it's
we
like
don't
the
I don't
men
have to
from-
be from the minute I wake up next to you to the minute I go to bed.
It's like the men and
Takes a
men and-
special
men
woman.
from Mars and women are from Venus. We need our space.
You understand this, Magnus, because he actually took a photograph of his Facebook page and he gave it to me here. And
I took a picture of my space for you.
He has a couple of girls that say, "I'm so excited for your book, Magnus." Another girl who says, "I cannot wait. I cannot sleep at night thinking about when I'm going to be able to see it." No, I didn't. No, but there's people that are looking forward to your book, but yet these girls don't understand. You need your time to write this book.
Well, not only that, I'm a shameless promoter, as you know, and I love the promotion
So
aspect.
do these women think that you're like a media whore?
Yes, I know I am a media
Yeah.
boy, and and I'm shameless at it, and I'm good at it, and I don't hold back at what I do, and I need to promote myself, and
Yes.
they don't understand why I need to be constantly going up to total strangers, telling what I'm doing, and
It's a problem. It's a problem. Well, we can explore this. Jeff, what about you? When you you don't compete and you don't.
I don't diet. I don't do anything. I don't write. I don't even read the fucking English language.
When you audio edit, do your women not understand?
When I audio edit, I have to let my girl know. I'm like, look, woman, I have to fucking audio. Woman, I have to audio edit. So allow me to audio edit. Yeah, that's usually what I tell them. Yeah, but they usually listen. They run away for a little while, but they always come
If
back.
there's any women out there who could deal with giving the men their space, we want to hear from you. Write us, please, and we will bring you into the studio. Maybe we'll have set up a get a date with Magnus or something like that. Or get a date with Juan. That might go be a little more popular. But for now, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, Chris Cormier will be here.
Thanks for watching the Heavy Muscle Show on RxMuscle.com.